Hey, welcome to the Northwest Georgia Football Class A Prediction Show. Joined by the same cast of characters: Benton, Mr. Chattooga County, Chris, North Murray Mountaineer for Team FYN. We got Charles, man, the Heard County Brave super fan, and Paul, man, Mr. Trine. Hey guys.
How's it
How we
going?
doing?
How's
Good
it going?
evening.
Yeah, so what we're going to do tonight, man, is we're going to do everybody's most love to hate show. We're going to make our playoff predictions for all the three regions in Class A. And like I said, I say every year, man, I love to be proved wrong. If you want to send me an emoji with a little turd emoji, I understand. Um, I'm all for it.
Let us know what your picks are.
Yeah,
Comment. Let
absolutely.
us know what your picks are.
Yeah, and you can send the comments in. We'll get them live on the air, and we'll start tonight. Though we'll start with 4A D1. That's so hard to say, man. 4A Division One. I don't understand why it can't just be A, 2A, 3A, 4A, up to 15A or whatever. But 4A Division One, that's Crawford County, Heard County, Lamar County, and Temple are the four teams in that region. And before we make our decision, I'm going to let Charles kind of sway us towards Heard County here.
Well, it's going to be an interesting year. We got a lot of young players down here. And usually, Heard County, we're known for our lines, offensive and defensive. And that's more of our question mark this year. We seem to have a plethora of skill players. And we're going to have to see where our line ends up maturing and coming together. We lost a lot of linemen last year, graduating Isaac Walls and A.J. Rogers and Lance Skinner and Jackson Akins. So we got young guys that are grow up quick. Got a good, tough schedule for them to cut their teeth on before we get to region. So we'll see how it goes. We still got a quarterback battle. I've never seen so many kids battling for quarterback at Heard County. We got a good wide receiver crew, good backs. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. Still got a few more weeks before the season starts. See who ends up where. Our top quarterback prospect is Todd Huey. He's a senior. He played a lot of last year at linebacker. He's been backup quarterback. Tough kid. He's a little bit smaller, about 5'10", but on Saturday nights he's riding bulls in the rodeo. So he just don't care. When some big lineman comes up, he is not going to back down because he's like, you're way smaller than them bulls. And then we got another senior named Roro Edmondson. He's actually been a basketball player his whole high school. He hasn't played football since middle school. They got him to come back out this year, and he's been competing for quarterback, but he has looked awesome in camps at wide receiver. And of course, we got a junior, LJ Green, who's an excellent athlete, wide receiver and cornerback. And got some good running backs. And Mon Jordan is going to be a senior. And Juan Carter is a junior. And Darion Pearson is a sophomore running back. Darion's one of those kids that ended up kind of taking over a game. And especially in the second half when so, and then we got a freshman kid coming up. Just jot this name down for he may contribute this year, but in a couple of years you should know this name, Jordan Henderson. He plays some running back and defensive end. Watched him in a camp last year in middle school. He caught my eye. And I'm excited to have him in the high school now.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask y'all a question, man. This is something I've been curious about. 4A Division One and the other division, 7A Division Two. every team is guaranteed to make the playoffs. Do you think that helps or hurts the team?
I think it hurts, personally, just because I mean you're competing for the spots, the placing, but I don't know. Even just as looking at it as a fan, it's a little bit more exciting when you at least have 5 or 6 teams. I don't 3 and 4 team regions.
Paul, do you think it helps or hurts?
Honestly, I really don't know if it makes that much of a difference either way. I mean, sure, it's nice to know that you're going to make the playoffs. Sure, there might be some extra motivation, especially late in the season if you've got to win a game or two. But I'm not sure that with these kids that age that it makes that much of a difference. I think they're still going to go out and play ball on Friday night. They're going to do the best they can. They're going to try to win. And other than maybe a unique circumstance here and there, I don't think overall it's going to make that much of a difference.
Chris, Benton, you'll have an opinion?
I mean, I don't think, and the head coach will tell you this, I don't think they're going to look at it any different. I wouldn't look at it any different. You still got games on your schedule to play. And like Paul said, you want to win. Kids want to win. The coaches want to win. They're going to approach it like any other game in my book. The only thing that I say is you end up playing a wild schedule because, you only got 3 other teams to play in your region. So you're playing a lot. I know that they're going somewhere in Alabama to play on Herd's schedule. Somebody I've never heard of.
Pike Liberal Art School. They're supposed to have a pretty good team. A little bit I've been able to research on them.
Yeah, I really don't think it helps or hurts. I still think teams are really concerned with that 1 and 2 spot. You want that home playoff game, so there's still competition. So I think that home playoff, that home field advantage, that's the most important thing. And so even though the regions are small, you still got to compete. You still got to get out there and make it happen.
Yeah, it's real important for us these next 2 years to end up in one of the top 2 slots, since we're technically now in the south part of the state by the regions, because we're lined up to play the Region 3 winner, which you got Metter and Screven County and stuff in that region. So keep from travel all the way over to Savannah first round.
Yeah. And Metter.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Metter is one of those teams last year that dominated 7 single A public. It's one of the 3 that dominated 7 single A public. So that's a tough draw first round of the playoffs. You got to play that region.
Yeah, and then second round we got the Division 1 or the 1A division, which got Brooks and Irwin County. Yeah, so
yeah, have fun with that. Those are the other 2 that dominated 7 or dominated A public last year. Was Metter and Irwin and Brooks.
Yeah, we played Brooks before when they were in AA, when we were still in AA. So we're familiar with Brooks some, but
it looks like Herd could be tested. You're right. The Pike Liberal Arts from Alabama, they made it to the 3rd round last year in 3A in Alabama.
Yeah, I think Pike's actually playing a couple of schools from around here, right? Do you have their schedule pulled up?
I have last year's schedule. It won't take but a few clicks, and I'll have the new one up.
Yeah,
For some reason I was thinking they were playing Haralson County or Bremen or somebody this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have got a tough schedule. We opened the regular season with Bremen and play that Pike Liberal. Of course, then we're at Callaway.
They play Brooks County.
Ooh, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
they got Brooks County on the schedule down there.
Let's make our 4 playoff picks for that 4-team region, and we'll start with Benton, and we'll work our way around to Charles, who'll be our last pick. So, 4th place, Benton, 4th place in Region 4A D1.
Man, it's tough. I like the quarterback at Temple, so I'm gonna go with Crawford County in 4th place, and then I'll go. Am I going to just go ahead?
Yeah. We'll just go 4, and then we'll come back around.
I think I'll go Crawford County, Temple, Boy, it's a tough one, but I think Herd's going to figure it out. I think Lamar 2, Herd 1.
Chris?
I'm going Crawford. I'm going Lamar, Temple, then Herd. I like Cam Vaughn. I think Cam Vaughn may compete with Herd. You find some guys to throw to. I mean, it's the year of the quarterback, right?
You're right.
Yes, it is.
Paul?
I agree with Chris. I think that's the order I'm going to go with. I like the quarterback down there at Temple. I don't follow those teams enough to be completely educated on it, but I believe Lamar County's got a pretty good stud player on their football team, but I'm not sure what else they've got around him. So yeah, I'm going with Chris. I like that order.
I'm going with Crawford County at 4. I love Coach Nix down at Temple. I think he'll do a great job down there. But, and you know, Cam Vaughn, one of the best quarterbacks I saw last year live. But Temple at 3. Herd County at 2. And just because I'm a sucker for big names, I'm going with C.J. Allen, Georgia Bulldog signee, and Lamar County. Charles?
I'm going to go number 4, Crawford County. I'm going to put Temple like nipping on the heels of Lamar, but Temple in 3rd, and Lamar and Herd battling out, but Herd eking it out there.
Charles will make sure he kept his seats this year. That's what that's about. Little politics going on.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, player of the year. I mean, we all agree Cam Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm a huge Cam Vaughn fan.
Yeah, I'm sure the Allen kid at Lamar County Defensive Player of the Year. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if anybody else in that region's a D1 type player, man. He looks like a beast.
Yeah.
He
All
does.
right, let's move on to the 3-team region. 7A Division 2.
Yeah, and this is very interesting. Like I said a minute ago, the guys that dominated single A football last year, Metter and Brooks and Irwin, well, they're gone now. And what's left is there's a lot of rural South Georgia schools that are very good. Schley County and Wilcox County and Macon County.
Yep.
But there's quite a few other. Yeah, I think Manchester. But I think Bowden can compete here. I think Christian Heritage can compete here, and I think Mount Zion can compete. Mount Zion's returning a lot. Lawrence, I think you're going to go see Christian Heritage tomorrow, and we all know Bowden and Robert McNeil down there is getting ready for his senior season. I think he has a big senior season. So even though they're great down there in South Georgia, I think single A Division II as a whole, I think it's more even now that Irwin, Brooks, and Metter have moved on to the Division I level. I think it's wide open for anybody.
Right.
I agree.
We starting with you said sub-region B first or A?
So, it's just all the same. It's just Bowden, Mount Zion, and Christian Heritage.
Yeah.
Just the
Are
3.
they going to play like 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 1? How are they going to figure out the sub-regions? Do you know?
There's only 3 football schools in that whole Region 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got
Bowden,
Mount Zion, and Christian Heritage are the only 3 schools that are going to the football playoffs.
Yeah. It's a big region for all sports, but there's only 3 football in that Region 7.
I'd probably go I think Christian Heritage is going to surprise some folks. I think Bowden wins it, Christian Heritage second, and then Mount Zion at 3rd is what I think.
Chris, you go.
I am going with Bowden, and then Christian Heritage, and then Mount Zion.
Paul?
I think same order. Bowden, Christian Heritage, and Mount Zion. But I think Mount Zion is still a good football team, and they've got some talented players, and so I don't think it's a runaway by any means. I think those 3 teams are all competitive football teams, but I like Bowden, Christian Heritage, and Mount Zion in that order.
Charles?
Is Malachi Ackles still at Mount Zion?
He is still there.
All right. Well, then I'm going to take Christian Heritage, number 3, Mount Zion with Malachi, number 2, and then I don't think either one of them could take it out.
Yeah, I have to agree with Charles there, man. I like I'm probably making this pick about 24 hours too early because I'm gonna see Christian Heritage tomorrow, and they have a 6'4", 210 sophomore quarterback, Carter Triplett, that I'm gonna get to see in the morning. I mean, he could be the difference maker, but
that name sounds familiar.
Right now, Christian Heritage 3, Mount Zion 2 with Malachi Eichels, return their quarterback, Stanley Cross, Sherrod Montgomery back at running back, Nathan Buchanan at linebacker. A young team, but a team that had a lot of starters from last year return. So Mount Zion 2 and Bowden number 1. I can see Bowden making the Elite 8 this year, if not further.
Yeah.
In that D2. All right, let's move on to the one everybody's waiting for, man. 7A Division 1. Anybody got any comments before we get to picking? Paul, I'll let you take this one.
I'll make a comment right off the bat. I think this is a really, really competitive region. I don't know how well they're going to match up once they get into the playoffs, but just amongst themselves, I think it's a real competitive region. I honestly think that most all the teams are at least somewhat even. They all have, I think, good coaches. I think most of the teams have very similar talent levels, and some guys may be a little bit better off at one position or one position group or the other. But I think it's a real competitive region within itself.
I think this region is going to have some people that you haven't heard of step up on multiple teams. That's going to be names to watch out for. We talked about the guy from Dade County. What was
Zeke Wheeler?
Yeah, we talked about him having a huge year, and then I hadn't heard a lot from Coosa, which may be by design. You never know what you're going to get. They're going to have some athletes down there. I think Chattooga's going to have some names that you hadn't heard, and then Trine's got some young guys that you're going to hear about for the next few years. I think it's going to be good. And then we talked about Darlington, new quarterback, new running back. We know their line of scrimmage is going to be good. We're going to see how good their skill guys are, and they're going to be all new names. So,
yeah, my home team out here on 27 North, Armature Indians, man, they have a very small senior class this year, but I mean, depending on how the young guys step up, man, they could surprise some people.
Yeah,
very strong, 24, 25 class. All right. You guys, I think the storyline though in 7A this year is Chattooga versus Trine. I know we say it every show, man, but that has got to be the game of the year anywhere around Northwest Georgia for 2022.
If you go to one game this year,
if you go to one game this year, that should be the game you get out to.
And you better get there early if you want to sit down.
Like probably about a week from now, you should probably start camping out.
Yeah. This is the first time in what, Paul, 40 years?
1971, a 0-0 tie.
71. Wow. Why'd they wait so long? It's over 50 years.
I don't know. I've been vocal for years, which I haven't been vocal to the people that matter because they don't really care what I think. But these two teams should have been playing each other for a long time. I mean, no reason not to. Huge rivalry, a lot of money to be brought in, and you travel 7 miles down the road. I mean, to me, it's always seemed like a win-win, and I think this should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, this is and like what you said, this funds a lot of the football program. These are the type of games that fill up the entire stadium. They sell out the concession stands. They fill every parking spot. These matter. These are big deals for the football program, especially with fuel prices so high and, travel costs increased this season. So playing these close games that fill up the coffers of the quarterback club and the team, that's a good thing.
Yep. And I want to say this too. I get kind of labeled as the Trine guy on this show, and I follow Trine. My son just graduated from there. I graduated from there, but I grew up in Summerville. I played some rec sports in Summerville. My parents graduated from Chattooga. I mean, I'm by no means not a Chattooga guy either. I'm 100% behind the Chattooga Indians. Pull for them every single game, no matter what. I will probably have to pull for Tryon when they play, but I hope Tryon wins, 21-20.
Yep. I will go ahead and say before we get to our picks here, man, we have a couple of guys that picked that aren't here tonight. Tim Toe, voice of the Fannin County Rebels, and Jake West, Team FYN, CEO, manager, chairman of the board. They all made their picks and submitted them. So when we get to picking, we're going to put their picks up there also.
Yeah.
But we will start with Player of the Year in 7A. Benton?
I kind of went back and forth. I looked at some folks I thought could step up, and then people that are more known names. And I just think that I'm gonna give a lot of credit to the offensive line at Tryon. I think they're going to figure it out after all those people they lost, and I think Logan Eller will be the Player of the Year in this region.
Chris?
The obvious choice for me is probably DJ Rogers. I think Pepperell, they could be better than a lot of folks think. I wouldn't be surprised if Matthew Waddell also has a huge year. So those two names, I think I think those two guys could, be in the running for that. So, but if I had to pick one, I would say DJ Rogers has a huge year.
Paul?
Man, I've been thinking about this for days since we first started kind of talking about it in our group chat. And man, I really think could be a toss-up. I agree with Benton. I think there's going to be at least a handful of guys who people are not real familiar with their names that may be very well in the mix by the end of the season. I like Gatlin Hancock from Darlington, but I don't know how difficult it's going to be for him to get the nod Player of the Year being on the line like that. But I think he's going to be arguably one of the more dominant players. I love Eller obviously being from Tryon. I love Toby Maddox being from Tryon. I think what's going to hurt Eller and Toby is they're going to split carries, which is going to probably hurt their stats offensively. But I think that's what they need to do to help the team win. So, I don't think either one of those guys are worried about Player of the Year as much as they are winning ball games. So I'm going to go with Chris. I think DJ Rogers probably has the best chance to be the most explosive player, and so I'm going to go with him.
Well, Charles, I know this a little bit out of your area, man. Do you have opinion on Player of the Year, 7A?
DJ.
Yeah. And that is my pick also. I think we named a lot of the guys that I think could possibly win it if he didn't. I think one name we missed was Zeke Wheeler, who I think is going to have over 1,000 yards this year at Dade County, big back. I mean, he could sneak into the mix.
Yeah.
But right now you got to go with DJ Rogers. I mean, the kid had 1,500 yards last year, and I mean he's going to have more of the same this season.
Yeah. And big shout out to Brody Cooper up there at Dade.
Yep.
I think he could also have a big year.
And I will say our two ghost guests tonight, Tim and Jake, they both agree that Gatlin Hancock would be your 7A Player of the Year. Man, they're big Hancock fans. They went up and saw him, North Murray, and they really like the dude.
Yep. I'm a huge fan of Hancock and Gus Gamage, both of those guys. I really think those guys are next level dudes.
Yeah, there's a back at Darlington this year, Eli Thompson, you're going to hear a lot about. He just got an offer from Holy Cross.
Yep.
He played more on the defensive side last year. I think he probably goes over 1,000 this year for Darlington. And he'll be right there in the mix when it's over.
I think so too. Yep.
All right. This is the part everybody loves, man.
Yeah. Make
Number
it interesting.
4. We'll go around the horn. Ben Bird, your number 4 playoff team in 7A.
Number 4 playoff team in 7A. I'm going to say the Chattooga Indians.
Chattooga Indians. Chris?
I think I picked Dade County.
Dade County. Paul?
Dade County.
Dade County. Charles?
Tryon.
Tryon at number 4. Okay. I'm going to go I got to go with the horse that brought me last year that made me look like a genius. I'm going to go Dade County again in 2022. I think Coach Poston gets them back to the playoffs.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here, and see what Tim and Chris put on here. Tim took Chattooga, and Jake took Chattooga. So that's, all right, Ben. Number 3.
Number 3, I bounced back and forth upon this selection, but I'm going to go with the Pepperell Dragons at number 3.
Chris?
I'm going Tryon.
Tryon number 3. Paul?
Pepperell Dragons.
Charles?
Purple.
And I'm going to make it a 3 unanimous. Pepperell Dragons at number 3. I like Pepperell. I think they'll have a solid year. Starting quarterback, running back, wide receiver coming back. I think they'll be solid. I'll show you guys Tim and Jake at the end. We'll put them all on the board for everybody to see. But Ben, number 2, man, who's getting that home playoff spot in 7A?
The number 2 seed will be the Tryon Bulldogs. So that means that obviously I believe the region champ's going to be the Darlington Tigers.
Darlington Tigers. Chris?
I'm going Pepperell there. I think they're going to be better than what everybody thinks they are. I think they're a pretty good team put together.
Paul?
Going to go with the Tryon Bulldogs at number 2.
Charles?
I'm going to go with the team that just about gave me a heart attack last year, Dade County.
Dade County. Charles is a Dade County believer, man.
I got you. I like it.
Yeah. My number 2 is, I think it's going to be neck and neck. Tryon Bulldog at number 2. Ben's already said Darlington Tigers. I'm going Darlington Tigers at number 1.
I'm going Darlington.
Darlington.
Oh, Charles. Darlington. Let me see if I can figure out this fancy technology here, and I will.
And like Lawrence has been saying, this is the part everybody wants to see, and you can't make everybody happy, but I do believe this region is competitive.
Yeah,
I do think Darlington, Tryon, Pepperell, Dade are probably the 4 playoff teams. I think Chattooga is a close 5th right behind them, and I really think that Darlington is the overall unanimous kind of number 1 pick. But I think 2 through 5, depending on how new players come together, new coaches, new coordinators, obviously, unfortunately, some injuries may bite somebody, but I think 2 through 5, it could realistically be up for grabs for anybody.
This doesn't have the 1 at the bottom, but everybody's got Darlington, so you can fill in the blanks on this. But you can see here, Jake's got Chattooga, Dade, and Tryon at 4-3-2. Tim, Chattooga, Dade, and Tryon 4-3-2. Darlington winning it. So I see a lot of Dade County helmets in there. A lot of Tryon.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty good year, man. Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
I hope we're still around deep enough where we play somebody from 7.
That's gonna. You gotta go through a tough road down there, Charles.
Oh yeah.
South Georgia team.
Hey, guys, it's not far away now. I mean, we're mid-July, and these high school seasons start early nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got scrimmages picking up. The fall scrimmages picking up very soon.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna be at the 7-on-7 tomorrow at Christian Heritage, man. I think Christian Heritage, North Murray, Coahulla Creek are the 3 teams from around here that are going to be there. And next Thursday at Ringgold is a huge one. Ringgold, Armurchie, Chattooga, Dade County. I think North Murray's out there also. That'll be interesting.
Tomorrow,
I may check out the Buck Wars Saturday. I'm trying to get some more time off work so I can catch some of these weekly scrimmages and 7-on-7. So Saturday I may head up to Tennessee. I think there's 3 Georgia teams heading up that way. I'm gonna go check that out.
Well, Charles, I want to say a special thanks for joining us tonight, man. And you can come back every week, any week, every day.
yeah, so
Come back.
tomorrow I'll be going down to LaGrange and watching padded camp with Hurd and LaGrange and Harris and Billerica.
Villarica, keep us posted. I'm interested in hearing about Villarica this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're over at Herd a couple weeks ago on padded camp. They had some kids shining, definitely.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say earlier. That's what I was going to say earlier when we were talking about Herd is I really hadn't heard that much about them this offseason until that padded camp. And then after that padded camp, I felt like Twitter blew up with Herd County film, man. They were excited. You know, I guess they did pretty well down there.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing some really big schools in these padded camps. So,
LaGrange is a big one.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess the next show we'll do is the one that Chris has the most interest in, the 7AA prediction show.
I think 7AA, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be so good. And with today, seeing the playoff region pairings, I think 7AA is going to do well. I think 7-4A is going to do well. Good luck, 6 AAA.
Yeah, all right. Paul, thanks for stopping by, man. Like I said, you're welcome to come by anytime you want. Talk some Tryon football, Chattooga, Lafayette. It doesn't matter. We'll talk anything here, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
All right, guys, it's been fun. And next week, we're going to get to 7AA.
7AA.
The big one.
Sounds good. Good to see you guys.
See you, man.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.